weekend is going good so far. Mine is, I'm a little bit tired because I was out dancing last night and I danced a lot, but I was having one of those days that does occasionally happen where I wasn't really feeling it, and I just kind of felt a bit like awkward, which is kind of weird because normally when I go to socials, I have a lot of fun and I'm just going crazy. I'm not thinking about technique or anything like that, but maybe because I was thinking a little bit more about technique. I was getting some corrections from my partner who also teaches me, so I was kind of overthinking things and just not as quite as in tune with the music as I usually am, but that's just the way it goes. Some days are better than others, and of course you want it pretty much as stable as possible, but you will have some days that are a little bit off, but it was still nice. And yeah, so again, I got up early, and before we start, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. We're on Buy Me a Coffee if you want to support us more. And next week, I will be doing a morning stretch with all of you, I hope, because if we do it together, we'll have a little more motivation, and I have the feeling we'll stick with it a little better if we're all in it together. So I'm going to do the first 5 minutes for people who may not have stretched much before, or haven't exercised in a while or ever, and it's really something for everybody, very gentle. And then the 5 after that will be a little more intense. We'll see how the 5 minutes goes, because one of the things that I find maybe a little daunting is when you haven't done anything for a long time, and maybe take like an hour with a personal trainer or what have you, and you go in and think, oh, many exercises, and maybe your adrenaline's pumping, so you do it, and you have an hour's worth of exercises, so you keep that up for maybe a day, maybe 2 days, maybe a week if you're really on it, but like, let's face it, you can't just go from 0 to 100, and finding an hour a day to go someplace is pretty hard. I mean, we're all busy people. There's not a lot of extra time in the day, but what I figure is everybody's got 5 minutes, so we're just going to start there. Just get yourself up, and we'll have the time up and the days up pretty soon, and we are all going to begin this journey together, and we're going to stick with it. We're going to build up, and before you know it, the progress will be amazing. So for those of you joining, today we are going to complete cleaning our choreography. We did a little choreography to Ordinary by Alex Warren, and so we've already learned it. And in the last live video, we started to kind of give some interpretation to it, give meaning to the movements, and we're gonna get all the way through today. So the warm-up's gonna be quick, and from there we are going to, in the next live, discuss performance and what you need to do to prepare, what you can expect, what you cannot expect. And it doesn't matter where you perform it or even if you perform it, but this is taking you through the whole process. So I always do a warm-up, I always do a little stretch, because this will prevent injury. It's worth taking the time, even though it's not the most interesting part of your dance and your practice. Gotta do it, so let's take a deep breath in, and exhale. And a deep breath in, and exhale. Let out all the negativity, breathe in the positivity. Breathe in, and this time, put your legs a little wider, nice and sturdy, and bend your knees as you breathe out. Doesn't have to be low. Breathe in, and bend your knees. This time, bring them up through the center. Breathe in, Try and keep your hips, pelvis in one place. Breathe in to the other side. You know, repeat that. I like to repeat things. And we're going to move a little bit quicker today. I like to start slow, but we really need to finish this so we can get on to the good stuff. Okay, so drop your left shoulder forward and straighten up. Now drop your right shoulder forward and straighten up. Drop the left forward, and this time as you bring it back, give it a nice big roll. And I want you to try and feel your shoulder blades going into place. Put your right shoulder down and roll out to the back. So repeat that. Now just give yourself a nice big hug. Grab it and see if you can stretch your shoulder blades out a little bit. And while you're there, try and keep the below your rib cage still as much as possible. And just moving from the top part of your body, we're just going to roll around a little bit. And these do not have to be big movements. We're just warming up, getting ourselves moving. And open up, give yourself another great big hug. And go around to the other side. Try and keep your legs planted like a tree with deep roots. And keep your hips in one place, moving the upper part of the body. Okay, so make like a chicken. And pretend you're flying, looking for worms, or whatever it is that you do when you're a chicken. And then we're gonna open and close. From our elbows, try to keep your elbows still. This is just the forearms. And bring down, and now we're a big eagle, and this is for your arms. Spring up and down, like you're looking for, I'm not going to say it, eagles are predators, so. And down, and roll your wrists from in to out, and going the other direction. Open and close your hands, warm up your fingers. These are parts of our body that very often we neglect, but the fingers are something that's gonna give that much more refinement to your movement. Go ahead and put their elbows right in front of you, and try to move them up and down. Again, if you're not very flexible, it doesn't matter. Just move them up and down. We are just warming up. Okay, hands on your hips. Again, nice sturdy base. And we're going to move to the sides. Try and keep your hips in one place. And to the other side. And then we're just going to move a little bit faster. This can be a very small movement too. We're just going back and forth, warming up. And a little bit forward and back. For those of you who are just joining, we are just warming up, so we are ready to continue our choreography, continue cleaning it, continue giving it a little more interpretation, so it'll be ready to perform. All right, let's see, into our head, so let's drop our chin a little bit, and a little roll to the right, and drop your chin, little roll to the left. If you have neck issues, please skip this one. This is just a warm-up. I have a lot of warm-ups that have worked for me throughout the years, and I try and hit, the major things since we don't have like unlimited time, trying to go pretty quick. Okay, nice deep base, bend your knees, and balls of your feet. You don't have to pick up your heels, but just feel that weight. Rest a little bit forward. Then take your hips and try and keep your torso still. And you're going to take it and you're going to swing your hips like a bell to one side and then the other side. So currently I am teaching a lot of Latin social dance. And there, as I'm sure you've seen, the girls in particular use their hips. We will study this a little later on so that you get hip movement that'll make you look really nice on the floor. And we're going to go on to our weight shift. For those of you who know me, I'm very big on shifting your weight, knowing where your weight is over which leg. So I want you to shift your weight so it's a little bit over the balls of your feet. Again, you don't have to go up on your tippy toes, but just give a little pulse. Just that part moving. And I'm going to do a little different weight shift today. So you know how figure skaters are skating along, they can't skate like we walk ordinarily because they would fall over. They have to get right on top of their leg when they're skating. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do a little walk. We're going to step on our right foot, and as you step, teeny tiny step, bring all of your body weight over that right foot. You can balance or not balance. You can keep this down just to keep your balance. But I want all that weight over the right foot. And another teeny tiny step, and shift it to your left foot. And we do the same thing. We're just going to shift, slowly going forward. Practice that weight shift, be conscious of it, and going backwards, doing the same thing. Push all of your weight onto one leg. This is very useful in all kinds of Latin dance where you are shifting your weight. Okay, so let's do our regular weight shifting. So bending your knees, sturdy position, and you're going to take all of your weight. Let's go left this time. Move everything over the left leg and everything over the right leg. You should be standing up straight here. And stick your butt out. You wanna be straight. Hold your core. And we're just going to shift from one leg to the other. Back and forth. We're going to be using our weight shift today quite a bit. And then put your left foot forward and shift forward and back. Now your shoulders and your hips are making a square. And you want to slide that square across a flat surface. You don't want to bounce up and down. You just want to stay at the same level. Switch your feet. And you don't want to lose your square. So you're not moving your hips around, you're trying to keep them at one level. All right, and come up again. And I'm just gonna roll forward. And come up. You're going to just over, bending your back, relaxing down, and coming back up. And let your arms hang, let everything hang down. Turn to your chest. Coming back up, and now we're going to go a little bit deeper. Come back up. I want you to roll the shoulders back so you can come to a very straight posture. And as you go about your day, whenever you think of it, pull your shoulders back and bring your chest up just a tiny bit. The more you do it, the more your body's going to remember it, and one day it'll be automatic. Okay, so pull your toes up to your shin. Stretch out the back of your leg. Now give that ankle a little, you can rest it on the floor, keep it in the air. Just move it back and forth. And start to move, and then put your foot on the ground. Try and open your toes, try and spread them out. If you can't, pretend you can. Try and get the feeling, try and connect your brain to the movements. And then close. And let's move to the other foot. Stretch out the back of your leg. Toes towards your shin. Ankle is just kind of wobbling back and forth. Just to get the blood flowing. Feet on the floor, and open your toes as wide as you can. I always give like animal analogies. Let's see, what are we today? Some kind of primate probably that can grip. Okay, so we are ready to go. Very quick review of what we did last time. You can go back to the previous slide and review that. So we talked about when we come out, that you want to come out quickly, but you want to already be in posture, you want to already be in character. So you don't want to first get here and then try and snap into it. You're already thinking about that when you are wherever you're preparing to go. Walk out with confidence. If it's dark, get out there very quickly and get to your pose. If there is no blackout, which usually there isn't, it just really depends on where you're performing. You walk out very quickly, take your pose, and once you've taken your pose, don't fidget. So your elbows are picking up the rest of your hand, they're picking up your lower arm. Now your chin is in neutral, and your eyes are looking far away. And you're bending your knees as your arms come up, turning at the elbows. The elbows stay in the same place. You're going to twist from the waist, bringing them down. Elbow in, and it's like you're offering something. And I want you to start thinking about your facial expressions. So, what are you offering? Who are you offering it to? And let it drop down. So we sing the holy waters watered down. So this song, even though it's about beautiful love, it's still a little bit melancholy. It's about day-to-day hardships and everything that you go through. Bring something precious to your chest and throw it to the ground. And when you throw it down, let your entire body slump. But your hands are kind of pointing towards your left foot. So it's like you're taking something very heavy. So that when you're standing here, you're thinking you have something super precious that you love. And then your feeling has to change very quickly. So if you go from this kind of feeling of coveting whatever it is you have, taking care of this precious object, to letting a burden loose or throwing something down, that can be up to you, but you want to let it go down. And what's very helpful is if you exhale doing that movement. So then your right elbow comes in, it touches your body, and it's like you're asking a question. And the left one comes in. When you clench your fists, make a little expression of pain. You don't have to close your eyes, but like this is a movement where you're thinking something is hard, something is making you angry, something is difficult. And when you open them up again, you lose that momentary feeling of anger or frustration. So, boom, you let it go, and your chest comes up a little bit to the sky. And from there, all of the strength is coming out of your body, and you're rolling around. And here you're also, as we did in the warm-up, your hips are staying straight. So we're going to step right, left, right. Little steps, very light, like you're skimming the water. Right, left, right, and your arms are taking a little breath. So you want, again, this movement, most of the movements we're doing with our arms in this piece are coming from our elbows. So it's not your hands that are lifting, it's your elbows are taking a breath. So left, right, sorry. And from here, we're gonna gather up and bring something heavy to our shoulder. You can bend over here if you want, but you don't have to. You can just bring something up to your shoulder, but let your head incline a little bit. Again, this is a feeling of weight, that whatever you're bringing up is heavy, it's a burden. And then let it drop. And here, we're going to feel a little more optimistic. As the elbows come over our head. Lift your arms from your side with your elbows. Try to loosen your forearms. Your forearms are not working at all. It's just your elbows going up, up. And here we're beginning to get a more hopeful expression, like something's good. We're getting to the good part. Little turn to the diagonal. And we're going to do our weight shift, bringing our weight over our right to the front, back to the left, and we're going to close our arms. We're holding our head when we have a headache. Forward again, and the second time as we move to our back leg, we're going to peel our front toes up from the floor, and our arms again from our elbows are coming down to our legs. So you want your arms and your leg to be more or less parallel. It's like you're showing your foot, or you're laying something down in front of somebody, offering it to them in a very reverent way. So here it's going to start to pick up the tempo. I take one look at you, and so here, little twist, and shield your eyes from the sun. And we're going to go right, left, and it's a pretty quick movement. Right, left, right, and when you come to a stand, pull up everything you have. Hold your glutes tight, pull your core tight, but relax your shoulders, so very straight. Now here, we're going to shift our weight to the left, and it's very subtle, but that lets us release our right foot, which is going to slide to the back. At the same time, our arms are going to come up. Arms are straight here, and feel like you're pushing something away. Again, it's something very heavy, and push, 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 push. And this should happen together. So don't forget to shift your weight, let your foot go, and push with your arms. And now your left foot, which is your standing leg, is going to give you a great big push, and you're going to step and change directions at the same time. Again, to a very straight stance. From here, you're going to lift your knee. This is all quick movements. And as your hands reach for your knee, again, your elbows are coming up. You can point your foot here, or you cannot point it. You can flex it or just let it loose. It's not really important. And you push your knee down, and at the same time you're going to fall down to the ground. So it's like you're a titan, and you're going to crush the earth. You're going to step down, and it's a very strong movement. It's heavy. You're going boom into the earth, and feel like you're going past the floor. You're stomping right down. Straighten up to the sky, way up. Look to the sky, look to your hand. And this is going to be another movement where we want to exhale and just relax everything. And it's like you're pouring a big bucket of water to the back. And here it's not another movement. Here we're just moving the whole arm back. Here, we're going to go right, left, as we come forward. We're going to bring our hands to a diamond, And then our back foot, shift your weight, right, left, your hands are gonna open. And you've shifted to your left foot. You bring your right in front and fall on your right foot. So what we want is we want our weight shift to happen. So here from the back, shift to the back. So sorry, we're here at the diamond. Shift to your back leg. Shift to your left leg. And your right foot is going to be in the air. And bring your weight a little bit forward and fall right down on it. All your weight is going on your front foot. So the lyrics are here are on the edge of your knife. So here's our knife. Staying drunk on your vine. So even though he's talking about this incredible love between two more or less ordinary people, there's still a little bit of pain there, and love has many aspects. There's very often conflict. There is just kind of the day-to-day living things that also, nothing is smooth sailing. So that's what we're trying to illustrate here with our dance. So move from here, right, left, to our knife. And I want you to look towards your fingertips very intensely. On the edge of your knife, weight shift to the back, weight shift to your left leg, keep it on that left leg, and fall down on your front leg as your hands frame your face. So we're coming from here and stepping forward, reaching up to the sky. So here is where kind of the big moment happens. He's saying the angels up in the sky are jealous that we found. There was a poem by Edgar Allan Poe, Annabelle Lee, if you've ever written it, and it's also talking about the angels being so jealous that they went and they actually killed his Annabelle Lee, very sad. So coming here, staying drunk on your vine, and if you can here, give a little bit of a bend to your upper body. So you've fallen on your right foot, and your hands have come up to frame your face, and a little bit of a bend. And from here, it's going to be a big sweeping movement. You're going to bring your hand up as you step on your left foot, way up. And then you're going to step on your right foot, and here is where you're talking to the heavens. You're reaching towards the sky. Down again. So again, you have your exhale here, and the arms are going to push again, but one at a time. To the left and to the right. So here, I want you to face forward and stay very focused on your audience. You don't want to be looking to the side here because you want them to feel your intensity. You don't want to lose that connection that you already had. So we've got here from staying drunk on your vine, hands framing your face, body tilted a little, and reach up to the sky. And reach up to the sky. And exhale, cross your hands over your chest. Push something away with the left. Push something away with the right. And you're going to give a little push from your right foot as we continue on. And all your weight shifts to your left foot. And this is not really a full step. This is, you're coming up, but not all the way, you're falling back over. So when I say shift all your weight, it's as though you're going to shift it all, but not quite. You want to stay a little over here, and boom, fall back down again. Up here, we're going to sweep our left leg through. So you're here on your right foot, and I want you to work on getting your left foot as close as possible to your right. Now remember, this is again where the weight shift comes into play, where you want to have your weight very firmly over your right foot, because you want to be able to pick this foot right up, let it swing up, and come back down again. So we're here, we're stepping towards our leg but not going all the way. And so we were here, we were straight, give that right foot a little push, and we're straight here. But when you fall down, tilt your upper body a little bit so that you get a nice diagonal with your arms. So your right is into the air and the left is facing down, and you're still pushing away. Now, you need to be thinking before you even get to this step about this weight shift, because once you've already fallen down, it's going to be too late if your weight isn't over there. You're going to have to do some shifting. You can still do it, but to get your weight so you can release your leg. And this does not have to be a high either. So, and we are going to do this with music, but I just want to get through to the end so we can finish this up and discuss how we would perform it in the next live session. So, fall into our right foot, and our weight shift has already happened. Bring your leg up. If you can only lift your leg a little bit, that is absolutely fine. This is not about extreme movements. It's not about how high your leg can go or any of that stuff. This is more to convey a feeling. Your audience isn't going to care how high your leg goes. So it can also be a little leg coming up, and then you bring it back to a good wide stance, and take your right arm, and that's going to make a circle. So it's going to be coming from the back and rotating here and going down to the front. So it's that movement, and it's the same one with the left. So, that's a quick one. And again, this is using our pose where we kind of exhale, going down. You don't necessarily have to cross here. You can just leave your arms down. That works too. And inhale and to the side. So here, this is where we want to really, really have a lot of passion, have a lot of kind of quiet inner excitement. That's what we want to convey. So the angels up in the cloud are jealous. There's something so ordinary. So this is like you're kicking something, bringing it back down, and that movement is going to the ground. Bring it up in the air, and as you bend your knees, so you've come here in a knee bend, bring them up, and your arms are going to come down, and you want them parallel. Little twist in your upper body. So you're not here. You want to try and make a straight line from your back shoulder to your front shoulder, from one fingertip to another. If you have a mirror at home, it's very helpful to break down the movements one at a time, look at your poses, or just video yourself doing them. And you will catch a lot of things that you weren't aware of, and you'll see what you want to improve, what you like. Sometimes it's hard to watch yourself on video. I'm always very critical of myself, but this is a work in progress. You are amazing, and the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So from here, we're going to step right, and then we're going to bring our left foot to our right foot and step out with the right. So the movement is right, left together, right. Movement, the weight stays in the middle, right? Stay together, right. And that happens quickly. It's just like a little chassé if you know that, so ball, ball. So we come up here, and as we're going forward, we're hugging ourselves, and our weight is over our left foot. The left foot gives a big push, and this is another falling movement. So it's like this one here, that you're not going all the way. You're pushing off your left leg, coming almost to your balance here, not quite, because you're going to fall right back down, straight down, and your arms are opening to that wide, wide position. Straight, pushing out to the side. So let's just give a little repeat from, let's see, let's do it from the angels. So angels looking up, exhaling down, pushing to the side, and little knee bend so you can push with your right foot and fall over, getting a little tilt in the shoulders, and you've already shifted your weight to the right. Kick up your left leg, come to a straight stance, right, left, bring them up in a straight line, right, left, right, your weight stays on your left foot, pushing up, and as you push onto this foot, if you can, it's also not the most important thing, but if you can, give yourself a little bit of a upper body twist. So your upper body is kind of coming to a straight posture, because you're twisted here, so you're coming straight posture. And as you fall down, your arms are opening and pushing away, and you're coming straight to the ground. And here you want a very open chest. You want to feel like everything is wide open, no secrets. And from here, we're going to repeat on the other leg, the angels up in the clouds. So you're going to step forward with your right, reaching up. Step on your left. Again, the exhale, but this time, because it's the end of our piece, it's just one part of the song. Instead of coming up with this strong movement, you're going to slow down, you're going to put on the brakes, and give a little inhale here, and come up very, 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 very slowly. Like you're looking again beyond the horizon. And that is the end of your piece. So let's give it a quick run through without music. Again, just so we remember some of the nuances. And please practice at home. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself on camera. You are welcome to send any videos to me and I will have a look at them. And we want to just have fun with this and give our dance a little bit of expression. All right, so you've come out, you've taken your pose, so you're sinking down, twisting as your arms come down, and you're offering something, dropping down. Something precious, and drop your burden. Why? Just goes up a little. And all the energy has come out of your body as you roll around. And inhale, right, left, right, little breath. And from the same knee bend, you're putting a heavy burden onto your left shoulder. And back to the middle. Elbow up, right elbow, left elbow. And a little turn as we shift our weight. And it's just too much. Hold your head forwards and backwards, forwards. As we move backwards, our hands open from the elbows, showing our foot. Shield your eyes from the sun. Left, very straight posture here, think straight up, but don't tense your shoulders. You want to hold your shoulders from the shoulder blades so that they can relax while the rest of your body is pulling tight. Now that sneaky little weight shift onto your left foot, so your right can go back and push with your arms. And now push with your left leg. Big step, giant step to the other corner. And here's another sneaky weight shift. You want your weight all over your right foot, knees coming up, your elbows are lifting up, and you're going to press that knee into the ground and past the ground. You're going to split open the earth with this movement. Boom. Up to the sky, and throwing water back. Right, left as you bring your knife forward. Intense look towards your hands. Step back, step to the side. Your arms are going to open here so they can come back to your face and frame it. You're picking up your right leg and falling on it with the face frame. You can tilt a little here if you want. Up to the sky, up to the sky. Exhale down. Push to the side, push to the side. And little knee bend. Here's a secret knee bend. So it's not really a step, we just need a little bit of force to get onto our leg or towards our leg, not completely on it. Push to the side, but don't go all the way. Fall back down again, and you've got to tilt to your arms here. And this is where you have to think ahead, and this is why you repeat over and over again, because you want to remember as you're pushing up here that when you fall, you want all your weight over your right to make this transition smooth. Left leg swings up. It can be a little swing, even just here. Good enough. Back down to a straight posture. Right, left to the ground. This is very strong movement. Up, and both your arms opening at the same time, and your torso is giving a little turn so that they're in a straight line. Right, left, right, your weight is on your left leg, and you're hugging yourself as you go backwards. You're giving yourself a kind hug. Push with your left leg. Not quite, you're not going to quite shift your leg to your right, because again, we're going to fall down and push away. And this is like probably the biggest movement of all, except for our angels up in the clouds. And from here, we're just going to step on the right, again up, and left up, down, and here, slowly go up. And don't forget that this is the last thing the audience is going to see. So you want your gaze to be looking forward, looking past your audience, way out there. And you're again looking at something that only you can see. So you're down here, and you want to make this change very, very, you want it to be a big contrast, because you're moving quick here. Angels up in the cloud, and here, I want you to really take that little breath in, like, as you come up. And here, you're going to hold the pose. So how are we doing? Are we ready for some music? Just give it a try. We'll see how it goes. And I really haven't done it all together with music, so I want to see how that turns out. So let's try and remember it, and it'll definitely give us something to practice. Okay, so take your pose. Remember, your elbows are picking your forearms up, and your eyes are looking far away.
They say the holy water's watered down, and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually, so if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make them Monday our masterpiece. Owned by
did you do? You going good? All right. Wow, I'm going to be so excited. I hope that some of you will maybe post some videos or just send them privately, but we aren't quite finished yet. I want you to practice that. Try practicing the moves individually and then try running it all through all together. You can slow down the music if you need time to think, because at the beginning you always have to think, what's coming next? How do I do the movement? But you want to repeat it until your body feels it, and it's going to feel much more organic with repetition. It always feels a little bit awkward at the beginning. And so in the next live video, we are, again, this is the process. We're taking a piece from its beginning stages, which is learning it, putting in interpretation, to its final stages, which is the performance. So we're just going to give a run through of what we need to think about for performance and what's important when you're performing anywhere at all, whether it's in the theater on a big stage, or whether it's at an event, a private party, for your family, for your loved ones, for your mirror, for yourself, for your camera, for your social media, for your pets. I do that a lot. And I just want you to really have a good way to express yourselves and show off what you can do and what you can feel. So that's kind of the goal of these mini workshops. So my Fireflies, I really hope you will join me in the mornings as we get flexible and fit together. And even if you've never done anything in your life, you will be fine. It's 5 minutes a day. It's going to be super gentle. And then very, very slowly, we're going to bump it up so you're not even going to feel it as it gets more intense, and it gets to be a little bit longer each time. So we can do it if we do it together. So I wish you a wonderful rest of your weekend. I love you all, and I so look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, my Fireflies. Goodbye.